The late great Tupac Shakur once wrote, "It was the rose that grew from concrete, from nothing to something." That pretty much sums up the life of NBA superstar Derrick Rose. We talked all things Chicago, his favorite music, fashion, and his quest to return from a season-ending knee injury. It's the return of Derrick Rose.
What's it like growing up in Chicago?
It's fun, man. I'm happy I'm from there, actually. Like, anybody that's from Chicago definitely has a lot of pride where they're from. Respect Chicago, and it's a great place to be where you can do anything you want to do while you're there, no matter what time it is. And the people there are friendly and they're positive people.
Yeah, I can remember taking that 20-minute, 30-minute drive over to Cabrini Green and the Robert Taylor homes. I mean, they no longer exist.
Yeah.
But it was all about the playground. It was a lot of playground legends come from Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago is definitely the way that I think it's a type of basketball that you play. I think I play the type of basketball where it's just that Chicago type dribbling, one-on-one type of game where no fouls called. You got to learn how to score with getting fouled. Passing the ball, you got to be a great passer. And one thing, you got to have heart.
Yeah.
In Chicago, if you're
tough
out there
city,
playing,
right?
If you don't have no heart, people are definitely going to take advantage of you when you're on the court.
And your game definitely reflects that. You definitely put your heart and soul into it. And you play hard. I mean, you're not a really big guy, but you go into the paint, you take a lot of beating in the paint. You can tell that you got that tough street Chicago mentality. What was your favorite place to eat at and hang out at when you were in Chicago at home?
You know, everything was different for me, man, where my background is a little bit different. Like, the favorite places, like, I didn't eat at a restaurant, I would say, until, like, high school. So you talking about, like, favorite restaurants and all that stuff, it was stuff that was in my neighborhood.
Yeah, the
like
local
corner store, like local stores and stuff like that. So everything was different. It's definitely a different place, and I'm happy that I'm from there, though.
Growing up in the murder capital was no walk in the park for Derrick, especially when the homicides outnumber U.S. troops killed in Afghanistan. Like many other urban cities across America, young boys only dream of becoming a rapper or a baller. Some turn to gangs, guns, or drugs.
How did you avoid staying out of a lot of the trouble that you could have ran into in the streets of Chicago?
For me, my family was always there for me, where I wasn't a bad kid. I went to school, came home, like, played basketball the whole day, did my homework at night. But it's just different, man, where the neighborhood itself, you just go hoop, man, where no matter where it's at, no matter where you're at, you're just gonna hoop. But for us kids looking up to you, like, for me, I just try to stay positive, where it's a lot of negativity that's going on, not only in Chicago, but around the world. And for me to be so young, I had to grow up super fast, where at 19, I'm taking care of my whole family. At 19 years old, only had 1 year of college. So everything was different. And now being at the age of 23 and having people look up to you like you're a role model, it's a different role for me, where I just try to stay streaky clean. Like I said, be positive, show a lot of love to people, and really just be myself. That's all I could be, is myself.
And how has that changed, like, your relationship with your family? Not necessarily like your mother, because she's unconditional no matter what, but just even like the dynamics of your brothers and your cousins. Do they treat you differently?
I wouldn't say that. Cousins, I would say, treat you differently. But my family is small. Like, the people that I have around me, my family, I would say, we have a very small family. So I don't get calls from people asking about money, asking for this and that. So I'm blessed and grateful that I haven't had that happen to me yet. If anyone want to reach me that I'm not close to in my family, they can easily call my mom, and my mom can relay the message to me.
You don't want to go through the mom, right? To get to that.
Exactly. So my mom handled all that for me. She's a great person. My family is great. I'm blessed to have him, man.
Yeah.
Man.
That's cool, man. A dream come true where you get drafted by the Chicago Bulls, #1 pick. And you know, you have to live in Chicago or in the area as a Bulls fan. Like we grew up, like the Bulls struggled early on. Where do you see you guys going as a team? And you definitely are rehabbing from your injury.
Yes.
And I'm sure you are progressing well on that. And where do you think you're going to be going into your mindset going into the new season?
The new season, like last year, of course, it was devastating. I believe in God. I can't complain about anything.
Yeah.
This injury could have been worse. I couldn't be here talking to you. Like, come on, it could have been so much worse. But I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here. The injury is doing fine. Having rehab like 5 times a week, twice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's great, and it's definitely tough.
I mean, you just have this way of just putting things in a positive perspective. I would have been angry, man.
Oh yeah,
like,
you have your time when you definitely think about what the season could have turned out, but Miami won. So what, next year?
Yeah.
Staying positive, it's too many months to be mad, man.
Yeah. I was wondering when you're at the game, like who are you listening to? Who's on your playlist? Who gets you hyped?
Man, it's a lot of people right now, man. I gotta keep it Chicago, though, man. Like Kanye West is, I'm listening to him. Listening to Chief Keef now.
Yes. You heard of Rocky Fresh?
Rocky Fresh.
I
just signed MMG.
Yes, indeed. I'm on my way to Chicago next because I need to do a profile on the emerging scene of Chicago music.
Yeah.
Because we go back to like Twister, Do or
Come
Die,
on,
right?
Like, Chicago, we didn't have anyone, but we only had one person that was Kanye.
Yeah.
And for all the like younger artists, for him to put them on, that's huge, man. Showed a lot, like, man, that shows a lot, like, that means a lot, I would say, to people in Chicago, seeing that, like, what he did for them people, futures and their careers. It means a lot to us.
I got the shoe right here, man. The Rose 3.
The Rose 3,
I mean,
man.
Unbelievable. The craftsmanship there. Like, what was the thought process going into this? It's very detailed. I can see
on the tongue.
The name of the street where you grew up and just a tree of life. Explain the concept.
First off, I just try to make my shoes different, where Adidas been doing a great job with asking me a gang of questions every time I see them about what I like, what I don't like. Some of them are crazy, but they come out to some crazy, great ideas. But with this Rose 3 shoe, it's the first shoe with my logo on there.
Yes.
My logo comes out along with the shoe and the apparel around October, early October.
You got the T-shirts popping, I see that.
Yeah, T-shirt.
The sweat.
Adidas is coming up, man. I'm telling you, it's definitely a movement. And we're moving in the right way.
What's it like to see your own logo and your own brand like that? I mean, you from Chicago, like you ain't go to the restaurant until you got in high school.
That's what I'm telling. How can I complain about anything, man? Where growing up so hard, like I don't even want to talk about it, but I had a tough time, and you couldn't tell me I could be right here, like in the future, talking to you about my own shoe. I want to be great. I'm gonna be great. There's no doubt about it.